5 session, its third year. We are so thrilled to have you. This is a part of the Sharing Science program of events. Please ask us more about that later because we're doing SciComm events all week long and beyond. We're so thrilled that people are involved in this because we feel that UpGoer is not only hilarious, but allows us to try to interact with our material and with what we're trying to say in an entirely novel and challenging way that is really at the heart of science, good science communication. Our next speaker, Denise Hills, will ask, is under the ground, under the big blue water, named for the land next to us, good for putting away bad air?
So, is under the ground, under the big blue water, named for the land next to us, good for putting away bad air? Bad air is not nice. Bad air can make the world less nice and really hot. People and other living things do not like it when the world is really hot and not nice. Places that make power can make a lot of bad air. But we can catch the bad air so it doesn't make the world less nice or too hot. But what can they do with the bad air once they catch it? Or after they catch it, sorry. Putting bad air under the ground in rocks can help the world be safe from hotter air and keep people happy. Some rocks have water that we can drink. These are not good for putting in bad air. Some rocks that have water that is not good to drink, but do not have other rocks on top of them to hold in the bad air. These rocks are also not good for putting away bad air. Some rocks can hold bad air in under the ground. Some rocks that can hold bad air in under the ground are found in a wide area and are very thick. Other rocks can stop bad air from coming up, but they're not as thick. But if you have lots of those rocks on top of each other, that will work to keep the bad air under the ground. Some rocks have water we can't drink and have other rocks on top of them to hold the bad air in under the ground. These rocks are good for putting in bad air in. We can put a lot of bad air into one rock, but it might go out very far. Sometimes it is better to put a little bit of bad air in many different rocks on top of each other. We try to put the bad air under the ground really far so that it will never come back up. We use these things above the ground to make the bad air take up less space, and then we can push it under the ground. We want to put bad air under the ground in places that have lots of good rocks for holding bad air. We want those places close to where a lot of bad air is made. We are here at the start right now. This is the big blue water named for the land next to us. A lot of bad air is made near the big blue water named for the land next to us. These points show where lots of bad air is made. So we are looking at the ground under the big blue water to see if the rocks will hold bad air for a very, 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 very long time. We are helping decide what good rocks are the best to put the bad air in with the best rocks on top of them to hold it in. This shows what the rocks under the big blue water named for the land next to us look like. We are trying to figure out which of these rocks might be good to put away bad air. So far, we know that these rocks all have water that we can't drink in them and that they can hold a lot of bad air. We know that these rocks here can hold the bad air in for a very, 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 very long time. That means that these rocks that are very, very deep are good for put away bad air. We're not sure if these rocks can stop the bad air from coming back up for a very, very, very long time. That means we do not know if these rocks that are not very, very deep are good for holding bad air. We need to learn more about them. We also need to learn more about the very, very, very deep rocks that are good for holding bad air to know how much bad air that they can hold and where that air might go. We can answer the question, is under the ground, under the big blue water, for the land next to us, good for putting away bad air? Yes. but we are still learning which ones will hold the most bad air for the longest time. Thank you.